Hey guys, what's up? It's Kathy, and this is probably what would be my last process video for 2016, unless I manage to squeeze in something, but I really doubt it with just how busy I've been. And this time I'm doing a process video for JustNick, cut file shop, and this is her cut file called Holiday Tree. Yes, Holiday Tree. And it is super adorable, and I've loved it from the moment I've seen it, and I know it's, the 28th, 29th, and yes, we're past Christmas, but like, I don't know about anybody else, but besides scrapbooking last year's Christmas photos, I didn't really have Christmas photos to scrap till after Christmas, and I don't like to just put away all my Christmas stuff right after the holiday season and forget about scrapping any more Christmas stuff. I actually like to go with how the wind takes me, or like where my inspiration goes. So I'm still in a holiday spirit, wanting to scrapbook some of the really cute photos I took. I tried to do an outdoor photo shoot with my kids, and it failed because it was really cold out and really windy. So we moved indoors. So, the photos aren't as great a quality as they would have been if we'd been outside, but still. Anyway, so I cut the photo out of white cardstock. I backed the O with a acetate sheet I bought from Michael's, and I backed the ho 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 with a piece of paper from a 6x6 Merriam Bright paper pad, and it took forever to back. Oh my gosh. Just because I didn't think it through to like send it through or anything like that. I'm not that clever when it comes to some of that stuff. It was that paper. So I'm reusing it to back my daughter's picture. And originally I had it backed with that star paper. And that was from, I think it was from a Me and My Big Ideas paper pad or something like that, that I actually bought at Michael's um, last year, I believe. And I just bought it for a few of the papers. Anyway, so I like the idea of backing the photo with the red and then with the gold. So I'm going to pop it up with just some of that really thin fun foam. And then I'm just going to kind of get to decorating the piece. And I have no clue what I'm even searching right now. I'm probably searching new process videos to watch. Because while I'm making process videos, I like to watch process videos. And I'm pretty certain I'm not the only one that does that. So I originally was going to scrap about my son with this cut file, and I was going to use a regular wood grain background, and then I found that blue turquoise one. It was a Webster's Pages paper from a few years ago, and sorry, I tossed the cut file on there just to see, what the red would do on it, and I absolutely loved it. And so I decided, just for the sake of being a little different, that I was going to do my daughter's photo instead. So this chipboard sheet, I think it's called Sugar Plum, and it's from My Mind's Eye. It was one of their Christmas collections this year, and I just bought the chipboard. I didn't buy anything else. I just wanted something a little bit different colors than traditional stuff, just in case, for layouts like this. And here I go grabbing some of my packed away ephemera that I keep. This is all my pretty little studio stuff because I know there's like a deer or something in here. And I kind of was silly and bought a lot of them in like a mini size, and I really wish I'd bought them in a larger size. So I'm going to go back and buy some of their cutouts in a larger size because they have amazingly cute cutouts. I don't end up using that deer because I pick the acetate deer from uh, what is it, Snow and Cocoa, from that collection. So I don't end up using it, but I do cut this wreath in half and I kind of stick it so it's coming out the corners, and I like how that looks because when I'm sticking down a wreath, I don't like to have any of the middle showing unless I purposely want the whole middle showing. So the stars were also from that sheet, from that chipboard sheet, and I just loved how well they fit the stars that were already in the cut file, so I thought that looked really cute. I wanted to do a little scene with the girl and different things like that. I have a few different ephemera packs with Christmas stuff in it. So some of this is like um, an old October afternoon, and some Pink Fresh Studio. I wish I could find out what happened to that tag, because in the end I wanted to use it and I couldn't find it. I was going to emboss the skate with gold, and I thought that that would look really cute. I don't end up doing it at all because technically this had nothing to do with skating. And so I just kind of left it because I found the star and I really liked the star instead. And I liked the idea of putting the acetate piece over top of it, even though you could only kind of see it. So it's kind of like a hidden, cute little piece. And I wanted to put the little kid too because they were pink and I just thought it would look cute, but they're not pointing in the right direction and it's just too much. So I'm just going to stick with the snowflake and then the acetate piece over top. And I love the ornaments in the top too. I mean, this was kind of just me having fun with embellishing. I wasn't too worried about telling a specific story or keeping everything really cohesive. I just wanted to have fun and make a really kind of, I don't know, interesting layout. I have no Tombow right now, and so I'm using the pen, but it's not the best for what I want it to do, so I'm kind of cross with it. But it manages to stick down what I need it to stick down, and that was me jiggling my table. And I was like, oh no, earthquake. Not an earthquake, just I got up from my table really quickly and hit my leg on it, looking for something. So, yeah, so I apologize. I kind of forgot I was filming too, so I'm kind of running along this tinsel ribbon that I have and just seeing if it's something I want to work with. And I do eventually decide that yes, I do want to work with it, but I need something to stick it down with. And that's when I decide to just forget trying to do a kind of random adhesive. I'm just going to go with hot glue. So I think I'm off looking for my hot glue gun so that I can get it heated up, which is usually kept right beside me, and I just plug it in as necessary because I have a power bar beside me. I don't even know where I went. I'm not even sure if that's what I went to do. In fact, I have a theory this was when I went to go, my son called me and I left for like a long period of time because he wanted to talk to me about something. But anyway, so the cut file that I'm using, I did shrink it a little, or I guess I didn't shrink it a little. I didn't leave it as wide as it was. I kind of narrowed it a little just so that I could fit a photo in. But it's still printed out. It's still cut out really nicely. And if I had thought it through, I would have isolated that ho 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 and then resent in that that plaid paper and saved myself a lot of heartache. So if anyone is looking to do that, it is a very thin line. So definitely do it the easy way and not the hard way like I did. But I don't really notice it now that it's all together. So it's not so bad, but it did bother me originally. I'm going to use my red baker's twine, my red and white baker's twine, and actually is red and white, unlike last time when I said my black and white was red and white. And I'm just making cute little bows for the ornaments, because sometimes when you have something like a chipboard ornament, I find you need like a little bit of something else extra with it to just not make it look like it's just a random hanging piece of chipboard. So I'm going to do that. And yeah, I decided to move the star. I don't know if I moved that star back. I do end up eventually putting that Holly Jolly up there, and that's only because I couldn't find that tag from the beginning. It had a bunch of reindeer on it. So I want to add in more of that glittery gold because it's a really specific gold. So I knew embossing wouldn't really bring that in. So I just kind of put them everywhere. They were just more pieces from the chipboard, and they just helped to bring in the gold from the star at the top, and so that it just wasn't this random lone piece of gold that was sitting there. And I really hummed and hawed over whether or not I was going to do this. on it. And I didn't glue it right to the edge because I knew it wouldn't sit right in the page protector. So I left a little bit of, and of course I glue that the whole way and it's already dried and I have to put more on. But yeah, it actually, I really like it. It's just really funky and cute. So I ended up being really happy with how this turned out. And I do add some Heidi Swap Color Shine, some gold, which is, you know, pretty much everybody's favorite go-to. I love it too. And I do add a little bit of thread up there just so that it does look like it's hanging. The other one didn't need it. It was so close to the tinsel at the top. But I just love the randomness of this layout. It's funky and just kind of different. And I loved that cut file. It was one of my favorites the minute I saw it, just because I really wanted to do something like that. And so there's no title because there really doesn't need to be a title. There's so much wordplay going on with the tree. So the title is essentially just maybe ho 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 because it's the one that you can see the most. I'm going with ho ho ho, though I could just call it joy or merry or jingle or anything like that, or believe. But I do love the way it looks. And I do end up getting some of the Heidi Swap on my daughter's picture. And it doesn't come off perfectly, but it comes off well enough that I am not going to print another one out. I often don't cover my photos. I like when a little bit gets on the photos, but this time I ended up covering. Just yeah. So thanks guys for joining me in 2016, and I can't wait to see everybody in 2017. So have an awesome new year, and I'll see you all next year. Bye.